guys, it's Kim. In today's video I'm going to be doing a book review over The Love Interest by Cale Dietrich. So this book just came out a couple weeks ago and I was super excited about this book from the moment that I heard about it, which was like in January, and it came out in May. So it was like a couple months of build up, just because I thought the premise of there being an agency where agents have to compete for someone's affection and love, where that's their mission, and the person who loses and doesn't get that affection in return dies. And that was just really original to me, and what made it even more original was the fact that the agents that are competing end up having feelings for each other. That was really original, and I was super excited for this book to come out. Well, at least in my opinion, that's a very original idea. I've never heard of another book with the same idea in young adult or adult books, and I don't know, maybe they're out there and I just haven't seen them and read them yet, but either way, safe to say this was probably one of my most anticipated books of the year. With my most anticipated book of the year being The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee, which is so close to coming out. I think it comes out in a couple days, but anyway. So I was very excited about this book. I even went out to Barnes & Noble's the day that it came out, and I started reading it, and I was like, what is this? Not necessarily in a bad way, just in a this isn't what I was expecting kind of way. I'll be clear, it's not a bad book. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I was sort of expecting a more angst-filled, dire, star-crossed lovers kind of thing, and it's what the book was going for, but I just don't feel like that's what it delivered. So the book is honestly more chick flicky than thriller movie, if that makes any sense. And there's nothing wrong with chick flicks, and when I say that, I mean like really fast-paced, like cutesy little books. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just if you're not expecting that and that's what you get, sometimes it leaves you feeling a little bit unsatisfied. I feel like one of the things that really threw me off is the book. It's sort of set the way a reality TV show would be set. And I don't really like reality TV, so that really threw me off. I was like, okay, you know? Alright, I don't know if that comparison makes any sense at all, but if you've read the book, I think you'll see what I'm talking about here. And one more thing that threw me off, I just wasn't expecting that, and it sort of like bothered me, was the fact that it's just written in one character's point of view. I thought it was going to be written in both characters' points of view, so I thought you were going to be able to see like both agents and what's going on like in their head as they're competing for this girl and knowing that one of them is gonna die and developing feelings for the other agent. Like I really thought you were gonna be able to see the thought process behind both of those characters, and you weren't, and that kind of bothered me. As is, he wrote it to where I guess you can see the more important character's point of view, and the other person you can kind of just like assume what they're feeling, because the other person's not that hard to read, but still I would have liked to see it from both points of view. So that's just one of my things, and it's not just this book in particular. Like if any book is told and it's not told in both points of views, like it bothers me now, because I feel like that's very common now for it to be told in multiple characters' points of view. And I feel like that gives more to the story, and that just didn't happen here. Alright, what I did like about the book was just the fact that the idea, like I said, was very original. Even if it wasn't what I was expecting, I feel like, hey, you gave me something new, and I like that. Also the fact that the author was able to get his idea on paper and just write a full-length novel, like props to that. I will always give props to an author for being able to do that, because I mean, that's hard. Even if you don't like a book, the fact that they were able to write one, like I'm in awe of authors. So props to him. This was his debut novel and he did a pretty good job. It's very like sweet and funny and just like I said, very chick flicky. So it's not a bad book. It's just not what I was expecting. And I'm not a very like chick flicky type. Like I don't really read books like that. I like more like where a character does something and like you see the consequences happening like throughout the book of that one action. And they're like dire consequences, like people die because of these consequences, and you can just feel the tension and the pressure. Like that's the kind of stuff that I like. And that wasn't this. Like I said, it wasn't a bad book. I did like it. It just wasn't my favorite. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads because it's good, but I didn't love it. You know, I was hoping for something a little different, but hey, I'll take what I got. It was cute. I don't know that I would recommend it to everybody, especially like my friends, because my friends are more like dire, tense, angst-filled stuff, and this, like I said, wasn't. But for people who like fun little cute quick romances. This would probably be one. It's not very heavy on the romance. It's there, but it's not like super heavy. Like I was expecting it to be a little bit more too, but it wasn't, so there is that. I also really liked the epilogue. It was super sweet, and I think it was a really good way to end the book based on the beginning and like what they were trying to accomplish and do throughout the book, so it was cute. I liked it. I just realized I wasn't holding the book up throughout the whole video, but this is what the book looks like. I do have it. I do own it. Like I said, I went out and bought it on the day that it came out. So here it is. I really like the cover too, actually. It's pretty gorgeous. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. That is the love interest book review. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.